for futures in focus, WTI hovering around $52 a barrel today as disappointing corporate earnings forecasts in the U.S. weigh on investors. And we have those Saudi pledges for deeper cuts, but that's not helping, it seems. Joining us from the CME is Paul Nolte of Kingsview Asset Management. Paul, what are traders at the CME making of these conflicting kinds of statements? Saudi saying, well, we'll cut more, and that's not keeping a floor under the price.
Good morning. It's really more about the U.S. You know, U.S. is now one of the bigger producers. There was some concern with Venezuela that they may exit the market or certainly reduce their production. That's really a small issue here. But you're going to keep an eye on the U.S. production, and we're seeing a contraction now in the crack spread between WTI and overall crude. So we're getting to a high inventory level, and that's keeping prices under pressure here.
Is there a trade that you yourself have put on, Paul, or that you would recommend?
Really not at this point. We've been in a trading range now. We're back to the $40 to $60 range. We're bouncing here maybe a little bit. We got to get back down to the 45 range before we get interested from the long side. We got to get rid of the supply issue before we're willing to go along the market right here.
Now we're looking for a polar vortex in the middle of the country. What happens to natural gas prices?
Yeah, natural gas actually has come down here a little bit as they realize it's going to be a couple-day event, and by the weekend we'll be back to what passes for normal weather. So again, inventory here is back to where it was last year this time, a little bit higher. First time that we've seen that in about 1.5 to 2 years, where inventory levels are substantially above year-ago levels. That has not been the case coming into the end of this year. Part of the reason why natural gas was trading higher.
Right. Is it all about inventories, Paul? Because we did see that huge run-up, and it's been completely reversed. It seems like the market has completely changed its mind on that gas.
No, it did. But if you take a look at the inventory levels, we were about 20% below prior year levels. So it has been about inventory, but I think there was an expectation that we were undersupplied and the weather was going to be a lot colder than what we actually experienced. So the combination reversed, and I think we've got now a market that's pretty much back to normal ranges, plus or minus a little bit around that $3 level.
Paul Nolte of Kingsview Asset Management, thank you for joining us from the CME this Monday.